just a few hours ago.
Yeah. Yeah. How the hell did you find it? Did you just click on me and just said, oh, yep?
No, I just searched up the title.
What was the title?
Um, Night Shift, R6 Horror or something.
Yeah, that was it exactly. How do you know what the title was?
Well, cause I looked on the GTA application and it showed that you were streaming,
Mm-hmm.
so I read it from there.
Listen to this. Totally normal to get a boner during a prostate exam. Me, but I don't have a boner. Doctor, I do. Okay. Okay. Tell me when you're on. On it.
Oh, it's on PS4? I didn't know. I thought you were just talking about it.
What?
Tropico 6.
Hmm?
Is it free?
No.
Oh.
Do you want to bang?
Are you staying up all night, Vincent?
Yeah. Until I get
Oh.
too bored.
Bang. You want to bang right now? Do you want to bang?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna get off. I didn't know you were staying up all night.
What flavor?
Oh no. Do you know the "Hey Bobby, look, I'm American"? Okay.
No.
Japanese American soldier. Or no. Yeah. Listen to this.
Hey, Bobby, look, I'm American. I think I'll use my credit card. Do you guys have anything non-dairy? Anything gluten-free?
He does this while like putting his fingers to his eyes and expanding them.
Hey, Bobby, look, I'm American. I think I'll use...
Jose Capablanca was the third world chess champion, a true chess prodigy, a genius player according to the Queen's Gambit, and a bit of a playboy. In this position against Osip Bernstein, Bernstein probably feels okay. Because of Queen b1 check, he can defend with f1. However, Capablanca had prepared the incredible move, Queen to b2, placing the queen on crease, but if it is captured, then Capablanca has mate with rook d1. Any attempt to defend fails. If queen e1, he still captures the rook on c3, and again, if the queen recaptures, there is rook d1 check and mate. And if rook c2 defending the second rank, then after queen b1 check, the blocked queen f1 leaves the rook hanging on c2. As a result, after queen to b2, Bernstein resigned, and Capablanca's move was immortalized.
You're really lucky to be alive. I mean, us humans haven't found anyone else in the universe yet. So
No, we're lucky to be alive because you have a 1 in a million chance of being the child born from the sperm party that enters your mother's womb. Isn't that how the math goes? Wait, hold up. What are the odds that you're the sperm that entered the egg? How much semen does it take to get pregnant? What are the chances, sperm race? Dude, I thought this would be a more Googled answer. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You mean question or something Google could answer?
Both. More than
Hey,
up to
shit,
60% of the sperm will be swimming in circles or are generally dismemorering and a lack of forward progress. Up to 96% will have an abnormal error, 2 heads, 2 tails, etc. Below 20 million live sperm per milliliter is blank. I don't even know how to pronounce that word. A low sperm count, which lowers the chance of you being conceived. There's 20 million sperm and you only need one. Surely the odds are quite good. But the sperm have such a long way to travel to the flamboyant tube that the journey is easier when traveling in a... It doesn't really... It told me the difficult journey, but... Can you feel when the sperm enters the egg? For nearly 5,000 sperm that make it into the tube, around 1,000 reach. Oh no, wait. 1,000 reach the flamboyant tube. From the 1,000, 200 reach the egg. In the end, only one of the 200 make it into penetrates and fertilizes the egg. How long will sperm wait for an egg? Up to 24 hours. Can you feel...
Spider-Man 2, but everyone is horny. Oh my god.
Is it healthy to eat sperm?
Don't even want to know that.
On average, takes 2 minutes for a man to ejaculate. Many men
I'm
choose.
above average.
No. But that's how long it takes. But many men choose to learn how to delay their orgasm to give more penetration pleasure to their female partner. So that's what it says. Like, if you want to be quick, it takes you like 2 minutes. That's what it says. See, that's why you had to think. That's why you had to be creative. That's why there's this. Have you ever heard of the saying, statistics don't lie, but liars use statistics?
No, I have not.
Okay. So you can, although statistics are factual and cannot be disputed, they can be manipulated. So, for example, there was a study done during during Obama, and it was something about like terrorist slash murder, no, massacres or large gun violence, and it showed that there was a increase of 20 to 60% of people of large gun violences happening, and it turned out that they weren't using the federal definition of what a massacre is, or not a massacre, what's the word called? Mass shooting. Okay. So it showed there was a 60 or 20% increase, something like that, like a pretty decent large increase over the years. But the Democrats were not Democrats, but like people on the left were using it as an argument against the Second Amendment. And then, without noticing, there was not an error because it was a statistic done right. But someone pointed out that the definition of a mass shooting was different in this study. because a mass shooting is 6 and up, right? But they used 4 and up. And that's a huge difference, right? Because all it takes is 4 people to be a victim, like that's you being near them or you actually being hit, compared to 6 people. And the reason why is because over the years, gang violence has also increased. And guess how many people are in a gang? Probably
Yeah,
4,
probably like
4 or maybe less. Know what I mean? Like picture like one guy going up against 4 guys, right? That's pretty reasonable. Know what I mean?
yeah.
But 6, that's a little bit pushing it because that means that's one person up against 6 guys. Know what I
You
mean?
got 4 people in each direction, and then an extra 2.
Yeah. So
That's a way of putting it.
or 3 on each side. So that was the main flaw people pointed out with it, was that its definition of what a mass shooting is was different from what the federal government defined it as. So that's something to think about in life. Know what I mean? When someone shows you numbers, they either show you numbers or show you something that is like very like disingenuous. Like, for example, this is the best example I can give you. Recently, I went to the school program I volunteered, where like it was mostly like an area where people were getting free stuff for school, and they also learned about stuff. So I volunteered with my mom because she works at the FDA, Florida Department of Health, or FD. No, I don't know why it's called A, not H. But so she works at the Federal Department of Health. So I volunteered for their group. And the group next to us was actually the anti-tobacco group, right? And it showed a pig's heart, like a natural pig's heart beating, and a pig's heart from resulting of 10 years, or not 10 years, but result of smoking. Do you know what the best part was, though? This thing was completely, I don't have an image, but it was completely blacked. And like, you know how like hearts, like, you should know this, but they contrast and expand largely because they're filling oxygen in and they're pumping out blood in return, right?
Yeah.
This thing was not moving at all. Like, when you see a natural heartbeat move, you see it, like, you can visibly see it move pretty easily and shake. But this thing wasn't moving at all. And guess what they said? They said that was all due to secondhand smoking. And I looked, I'm like, wow, that secondhand smoking means I'm smoking a cigarette, I blow it, and it's in your direction, and you breathe it in. So that's something, right? Not only does smoking harm yourself, but it can actually harm those around you, right? So I asked the question saying, that's interesting, but I'd like to know how long was this heart exposed to secondhand smoking? And they didn't know. And if you think about it, that actually is a very important thing, because you, on a reasonable scale, you have to know how accurate it is, right?
Yeah.
Like, I can tell you that eating pizza that has burnt marks can kill you because of cancer. That is true. That is factually true. But how likely is it? Know what I mean? And how much do you have to eat to get it? Know what I mean? So that's why I asked my question.
That's a real thing, though. You can actually get cancer from that.
Oh yeah, the burnt stuff. There's this chemical that's like related to cancer in there.
Oh, no shit. I didn't know that.
Like, you know, anything that has that burnt stuff, yeah, that's what it is, that chemical. Apparently it has like a relation to cancer. Dude, I'm an article reader. Like, holy shit, like I do shit.
Dude,
I also think
sometimes, like, when I make those oven baked pizzas, I pry that off. Because I'm
Dude.
like, I don't know what this is, dude. And I just think I'm just like, why take the chance? Flick it off.
Yeah. But yeah, that was. What was I forgot what I was going on about, dude. I was ranting on too much. Holy shit. Oh yeah, because I like to know how long was that experience of secondhand smoking and how reasonable was it? Know what I mean?
Yeah, because I mean, how can you really say that that's why if you really don't know
Yeah.
how long it is?
Like, what if that's been in there for a simulation of 120 years? You know what I mean?
Mm.
So like, and they told me that it was probably no more than 10 years, which I looked at and went, I'm not believe them, but there's probability that that's untrue. Because
And
then,
not only that, I mean, if dude has a pig, where the heck does he have it? Outside on his porch or something?
no, so the way that they work is that in order to simulate heartbeats and like effects of stuff, what they'll do is like get this tube. You've probably seen it before, like of like there's a good example of cotton. You put cotton in a tube, like a bunch of cotton, and you simulate smoke. So you burn something and you put the smoke through the ventilator for an X amount of time. And I think it goes by time over density equals wait, time? No. Density? No, wait, fuck. I forgot what the word is. It's like some fancy word. Equals carbon density over time. So like for example, if I put 200 carbon dioxide per cubic centimeter over two minutes, that can accumulate for maybe a month. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Because of the simulation of it, the smoke being produced into the cotton. That's supposed to be like the cotton's supposed to be your blood in the stream, and the smoke is obviously smoke, and the time is supposed to be, well, essentially the time is supposed to be the reputation, or not the reputation, but the representation of what's going to happen. So I thought it was like, you know what? No matter, like, you can. This is like the equivalent of like I give you a whole burnt pizza and I stuff it in you, and then eventually you get cancer, which is probable. But it's like I want to know how long you put this damn this damn pig heart into the furnace. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, where did you read this from, by the way? Like, fucking.
No idea. All I remember is that I saw it, didn't give a shit, and then I heard someone talk about it, so I looked. So then, wait, what are you talking about? Like the pig heart one?
Yeah.
Um.
Just don't really know how you come across something like that.
Oh, so it was the anti-tobacco association.
Hmm.
So they were actually right next to my booth. Mine was the Florida Department of Health, which just means you came up to me, you wrote down your personal information, you gave it to me, I read it, I put it in a database, and it gave me what your shots are and what you need in the future. So what it was like you went to my booth, you had kids, you wanted to ask, hey, I don't know what shots I need or what they're due for. So I went through we went through the database, printed, and we said, okay, you're not due for anything, but in 2 years' time, when your kid turns 12, they need the HIV and the hepatitis shots. Or, hey, your daughter is 2 months due for this shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was my booth. But the booth next to me to my left was like something about flossing and toothpaste and brushing your teeth. The one to my right was the anti-tobacco stuff, and they're usually the more interesting one because they always bring that stuff in, the simulations, and that's what grabs people's attention. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, hey, this is your this is your brain on 2 years of cocaine. Like, you know what I mean? They got the they got the good stuff.
Yeah, I see some of those videos on YouTube. Like, this is what your brain looks like when you snort cocaine or something, or after you snort cocaine.
Yeah, doesn't it like get smaller and like frizzled?
I don't know. I really never clicked on one.
Oh.
I clicked on the one like when you smoke weed, but I really don't remember much of it.
I think doesn't
It's old.
I forgot what weed does. I think doesn't weed just like steadies your brain? Like, I don't know. It makes it like more numbed.
Something like that. God damn, bro.
It's like
4
if
in
you...
the morning. I haven't been up this late in a long time.
Really? Welcome to the
Yeah.
club. What I do is I occasionally post on my Snapchat, hey, still up, and I'll take a picture of my face, but the lights are off, so it would just be a blank image with maybe a reflection. And
Everyone else are like the only people that really still play on PlayStation.
well, we have other people, but they went to PC.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like my friend Ryan, Josian, like they all just play on their computer and Discord and whatnot. My friend Ryan's kind of like, he's an only child, so he gets a lot of shit.
Wait, was it Ryan? Wait, okay. Is there anyone in our year that had a mullet in 5th grade? It might
I
have
don't
been
know.
Ryan.
I don't know if he had it in 5th grade, but Ryan Houghton, I know he did at some point have a mullet.
I think
He had black
it
hair.
was Ryan who I punched. I shit you not.
He had black hair.
Holy.
Do you know if he had black hair or not?
I know he had black hair. Isn't he short too? Well, shorter than average.
Yeah.
What year were, wait, let's see. 2020 we were in 9th grade. So, minus 4 years, 2016, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he left the school in like 6th grade, maybe? 7th grade?
Manatee Academy 2016 yearbook.
Like, you can actually Google that shit and find it.
No, probably not, but I'm getting an idea. Why am I such a lazy bum? I have a bunch
Dude,
of
Freddie-
school yearbooks. Hold up.
Freddie Montoya freaking put a picture of me on IG Live when I was in like 1st grade. I had a straight up buzz cut.
Let's see. Ryan, you said which grade did he go? 6, you said? Does he have
Yeah,
a does he have
sure.
does he have a 6th grade yearbook image?
I'm not sure. I know he was. I know. Do you have 5th grade?
I don't know.
Because if you have 5th grade, he was in Mr. Diamond's class.
Oh yeah, that's the kid I punched. Yep, that was my teacher. Yep, that's him.
Oh, yep.
Yep. I didn't even have to like think. I was like, you said the second you said Mr. Diamond, I'm like, yep. That's
Yep.
why I always said I always got it messed up. I don't know if it was a Zachary or a Ryan. Yeah. And then as soon as you said Mr. Diamond, yep.
Yep.
Yep, that was
Oh,
him.
what did he do?
So I typically sat by myself during lunchtime and read my book. I shit you not, that's what I did. I even had my own personal table, and people kind of made fun of me, saying, "Oh, don't go to Vincent's table, don't bug him."
Oh yeah. Oh, he's a school shooter. Oh my god.
No, they just said it because I would genuinely just like I would look at I would give you the look of like disappointment if you sat at my table. Like genuinely, people asked for permission to sit at the table.
Can I sit here?
Yeah, no, but it was funny because in one time, like I think it was because like group sessions, people were starting to ask me more often because they want to talk about like the projects. So I started letting them join occasionally, right? And then one time, I actually just because of the, I think it was like some teacher was absent, so they had to split the, like they had to use the table for some reason, right? So I was sitting with the group, and I was sitting with, Aiden, Daniel, Ryan, me, and across from me was Timothy, some black girl, and someone, right? To the left of me, I don't know who the hell was to the left of me, honestly. So, I had an issue throughout the year that sometimes my lunch would get ruined because something would explode or get crushed. So I opened up my lunchbox, the yogurt exploded, and the banana imploded.
Mm.
Like the top of the banana, for some reason, just popped. So I was cleaning my lunchbox, right? I had grapes, a sandwich, a plate, and a napkin. I couldn't use the plate, and I had to use the rest of the napkins. So I only had the sandwich, the grapes, and some chips. Actually, no. I didn't have the chips. So it was just grapes and it was just grapes and a sandwich, and a ham sandwich. That was my lunch, right? So I was kind of mad, to be honest, because I was actually looking forward to having some banana, some yogurt,
Mm.
and some other stuff. Actually, no, I couldn't even have the grapes because